How is everyone tonight? That sounds pretty crap. How are we tonight? Thank you so much. So I'm a hypnotist and I'm here to mess with your mind today. No, I'm here to give you a fantastic experience here tonight using hypnosis. And all hypnosis is really is tapping into your imagination, your focus and your intelligence. So as long as you've got some imagination, some intelligence and some focus, you can be totally hypnotized tonight. So I am looking for volunteers here tonight because without volunteers there is no show and we're all here to have fun, right? Yeah. Fantastic. So later on I'm going to take you through a couple of things which are not hypnosis but are here to show me and to show yourself if you do have imagination, focus and concentration, because these are the people that go into hypnosis really, really quickly. Now some people can go into hypnosis like that, it's that quick, and for some people it might take about an hour or so. So obviously I can't hypnotize everyone here tonight. We're going to have about 3 to 5 chairs up on stage. You're going to hear some music a little bit later on, and the first 5 people that come up on stage are going to be the people that are going to be taken through some wonderful experiences. It'll be nice and safe, it'll be fun, and you're going to have a wonderful evening. Oftentimes people ask me, Dr. Luke, because that's my name, they say, what does hypnosis feel like? And if hypnosis feels like anything, it just feels like a mental massage. If anything, it's like watching your favorite movie or reading your favorite book. The only difference with hypnosis is it's interactive. You're involved in it, so it's a wonderful experience. So later on tonight, I'm going to be taking you through a couple of steps to see who has the best imagination, who has the best focus, and who has the best concentration to be hypnotized here tonight. So I guess, without further ado, I'm going to take you through something. I'm going to have to put the mic down in a moment, but I'm going to tell you what it is and I'm going to show you. In a moment, I'm going to ask that you interlock your hands like so. In fact, can everyone hear me okay like this if I just shout? I can just project my voice, lovely. So this is not hypnosis, so you don't need to be scared. This is just to see if you've got focus, imagination and intelligence. So I get you to interlock your hands like so. Imagine you have a piece of coal in the middle of your hand, a piece of coal that you're crushing. You want to crush that piece of coal and make sure your thumbs are interlocked like so. Then I'd like you to bend your elbows like you're making a desperate prayer, and you might want to make one while you're there. And once you're doing that, I want you to separate your index fingers about an inch apart and focus on the gap between your index fingers. Just focus on the gap between your index fingers and nothing else, because in a moment they're going to touch all by themselves. Don't make it happen, but want it to happen, will it to happen. And if you just imagine there's a magnet on one finger and there's a magnet on another finger, those fingers are going to get closer and closer and closer together. Now some people are already touching immediately. Once they touch, you can just relax your hands down. And if some of you are having some trouble, you just really want to dial up that imagination, that focus and intelligence, and just imagine those hands are getting, those fingers are getting closer and closer and closer together. Don't make it happen. Don't consciously make it happen, but don't prevent it from happening. Let it happen naturally. And when they eventually touch, you can just put your hands down by your side like that. And if you look around, you'll notice that some people are already there, and some people try to resist a little bit. That's okay. It's up to you what you do. But we're all here to have fun tonight, right, guys? Yeah. Fantastic. So in a moment, you're going to hear some music that Jack's going to dial up in this room, and I'm going to set out 3 to 5 chairs, and I'm looking for 3 to 5 people to come up on stage to experience something really, really fun, because without you there is no show. So in a moment when you hear that music, I'm going to set out 3 to 5 chairs. I'm looking for the first 3 to 5 people to come up on stage immediately so we can really experience some fun tonight, give you some fun experiences and give you a great story to tell everyone as you go home tonight when you hear that music in a moment. So let me just see a show of hands. Has anyone experienced hypnosis here before? Put your hands up. Lovely, a couple of people, fantastic. Who here felt that their fingers touched all by themselves? Quite a lot of you, right? Interesting thing, fantastic. So in a moment when the first 3 to 5 of you get up on stage, I'm going to take you through something else. There isn't quite hypnosis yet, but it's just to see again who has the best imagination, the best focus, the best concentration when you hear that music, and that music will be starting anytime soon. I don't know what the song is, and if you could guess what that music is that's about to play, you wouldn't be a hypnotist, you'd be psychic. Thank you. Oh, Jack, can we have the music? Thank you. Alright, so get ready when you hear that music, the first 3 to 5 people that come up on stage, and we are going to spread these chairs out like so. And you are potentially, whoever comes up on stage here tonight, you're potentially going to be the star of the show. So while you hear this music, until you hear that music stop, I'm looking for the first 3 to 5 people to go up on stage and perhaps be the star of the show, guys.
Spot Harvard, and get up there.
Come on.
I saw you raise your eyes. Get a girl.
Yeah, you.
No.
Come on, Jimmy. Oh, Phil. Yay.
Give these guys a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Okay, so one more time, guys. Give these guys a round of applause. Lovely. So, if I just make sure none of you are pregnant, I'm looking at the guys right now. And none of you are incredibly inebriated right now, because that sets a different kind of trance. Alright, fantastic. So I'm going to walk you through something in a moment. Again, this is not hypnosis yet. Again, it's just to see who has an even stronger imagination, a stronger focus, and a stronger concentration. So I am going to talk really, really loudly so these guys can hear me. So what I'd like you to do, guys, is if you have your hands in front of you like so, that's it, lovely, about 6 inches apart, about 6 inches apart, about 6 inches apart, lovely. Focus on the gap between your hands, focus on the gap between your hands, focus on the gap between your hands, and imagine in your mind there's a magnet between one hand and the other hand. There's a magnet on both hands there, there's a magnet on both hands there, and you want them to touch, you will them to touch, but they're going to touch all by themselves. But this time you're just going to go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed unless you hear me ask you otherwise. Now, using your power of imagination, focus and intelligence, imagine those hands getting closer and closer and closer together. That's right. Closer and closer and closer together. See it in your mind. Will it to happen, want it to happen, but let it be automatic. Let it happen all by themselves. That's right. Some of you are almost touching, some of you are touching, some of you are almost there. It's all in your mind. Imagine now that that magnet was 100% more powerful. When your hands do touch, you can just rest your hands by your side, but keep your eyes closed. That's right, getting closer, keep your eyes closed, and closer together. That's right, closer and closer together, and open your eyes. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, I should have said this earlier on, but sometimes, again, some people go to hypnosis like that, some people it takes a little bit longer, so if I have to excuse you and ask you to go back to your seat, don't take offense to it, we're on a time budget here tonight. Fantastic. So I'm going to move one of these chairs back, and we can spread out a little bit. Lovely. If I could just have space, because I'm going to go behind you guys in just a moment. Lovely. Okay, guys, in a moment I'm going to put this mic down. I need you guys to be super quiet because I'm going to give these guys a hypnotic induction. The reason I don't do it out loud is because you'll probably all be hypnotized. So in a moment, when you see me put this mic down, just give these guys respect, give them quiet because they're here and they're here to perform today, and they're here because they're brave and they want to experience something new. So one more time, give these guys a round of applause, guys. Fantastic. So if I could just have you guys to be quiet right now, just watch me. From this moment on, everybody on stage, I'm talking to you. You're aware of the sounds around you. In fact, you can hear the music around you. You may hear people shuffling, but none of that means or has any particular interest to you right now, because you're just here to experience a wonderful feeling of hypnosis here today, a wonderful feeling of relaxation on your body. So for every moment I say now, I'm talking to you folks on stage, I'm talking directly to you. Your eyes will remain closed. They will only open if I ask you to open them. I'm going to give you a bunch of suggestions and wonderful things to do, and we're just tapping into your imagination, focus and intelligence. As long as you've got an IQ of above 60, which most of us do, hopefully, we got dressed here today, and you can imagine and you can focus and we can tap into your intelligence, you could be a wonderful hypnosis student here today. I'm only talking to you now if I touch you on the back of your right hand. I'm only talking to you now if I touch you in the back of your right hand. In a moment, this hand is going to slowly raise all the way up to your forehead, all by itself. With every breath that you make, with every move that you take, that this hand is going to go all the way up, as if there's a magnet on the back of your hand, and there's a magnet on the top, on the front. That's right, all by itself. Let it be an honest, unconscious movement. Let it happen all by itself. That's right, as that back of that hand goes all the way up, all by itself. That's right. And you know that eventually when it goes all the way up and touches all by itself, you enter a profound, wonderful place of relaxation right there. That's right. And that hand can stay there and it can feel totally relaxed as that hand feels stuck. Imagine now, if you would, if that hand was truly stuck. If your hand was stuck to your head but you felt totally relaxed, imagine that glue spreading. Imagine that glue spreading between your fingers and your forehead. Now imagine, use your power of imagination, focus and intelligence as if that hand was stuck. Now you know it's not really stuck, but if it was stuck, how would it feel now if you totally believed 100% that that hand was stuck? So with your eyes closed and your hand stuck, with your eyes closed and your hand stuck, if I were to ask you now, what feels more stuck? Your fingers or your palm? What might you say? What feels more stuck, your fingers or your palm? You can talk.
My fingers.
Your fingers feel more stuck, don't they? So now you can take that same set of feeling, that same set of being stuck, bolted, glued, but you feel amazing. You can get that same sensation and you can now stick it to your palm. So now your palm is just as stuck to your head. That's right, your palm is now just as stuck. So now you can allow your fingers to spread, allowing that wonderful glue to be, that's right, stuck right there. And as your hand is stuck right there, you can feel just as good as you want to feel. Now when you're ready and you're done feeling amazing, then and only then, when I click my fingers and touch you on the back of your shoulder, you're going to allow that hand to drop down. You're still going to have your eyes closed and you're going to be totally and completely relaxed. But not just yet. When you've absolutely convinced yourself and you have total confidence, that's right, that your hand is glued, that it's stuck, that it's bolted, but it feels good, it feels amazing, but it's stuck, it's glued, it's locked, it's bolted. When you're absolutely convinced yourself and you're totally sure that that's the case, I want you to try and move your hand and find that you can't. Try and move your hand and find that you can't, because the more you try and move that hand, the better you feel as it's still stuck. So try and move that hand and feel that you can't. But as you try, you can still feel good, because the longer that feels stuck, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the better you do. In a moment, I'm going to click my fingers, touch you on your shoulder, and your hand will be unstuck. Your eyes will remain closed, and you'll just sit here enjoying this wonderful hypnotic trance. Nod your head if you understand. relax, you can stay there, eyes remain closed, you stay in this wonderful place. Eyes remain closed. Now, if I come to you and I touch you on the top of your left knee, I'm talking to you. I'm only talking to you now if I touch you on top of your left knee. In a moment, you're going to use your power of imagination, your power of focus, and your power of intelligence, and you're just going to imagine that both of your feet are stuck to the floor. Now, you're totally safe, you're totally secure, but your feet are stuck to the ground, which means you can stand up, but you can't walk. They're stuck, they're jammed, they're not going to take you anywhere. But the longer you stay stuck temporarily, the better you feel inside. And the better you feel inside, the better everybody feels here tonight. So in a moment, not just yet, but when you're absolutely sure that you've glued your feet as tightly as you can to the ground, you've stuck those feet directly to the ground, and they couldn't move even if you wanted to. And why would you want them to? Because the longer they're stuck here tonight, the better you feel deep inside this wonderful, profound hypnosis. Nod your head if you understand what I'm saying. That's right. Now, when you can feel that glue spread between your feet, between your shoes and the ground, that locked feeling, that bolted feeling gets stuck, stuck, stuck. When you're absolutely convinced that it couldn't become even more stuck, even if you wanted it to, it's just stuck, but you feel amazing. When it's at 100% stuck ability for you, just nod your head and let us know. That's right. And every time you hear me click, my fingers, it becomes even more stuck, but you feel better and better and better, better and better and better. If I were to ask you now, as your feet remain stuck to the ground, if I were to ask you now, what feels more stuck, your right foot or your left foot, what would you answer? Your left does feel more stuck, doesn't it? And I wonder if you could get that same stuck feeling from your left foot and move it into your right foot. Could you do that? And get that same stuck sensation now. So both feet are stuck to the ground, but you feel amazing. Now, as both feet start to feel really stuck, and the stucker they feel, the better you feel deep inside. That's right. A little smile can come across your face, and that smile is your badge of honor, knowing how well you're doing here tonight. And guys, you give these guys a round of applause, by the way. Now, with that left foot feeling completely stuck, and the right foot, with that left foot feeling completely stuck, and a complete confidence that that foot is stuck, want it to happen, will it to happen, believe it will happen. Try and move your left foot and find that you can't. Try and move your left foot and find that you can't. That's right, you can't move it, can you? Try and move it but find that you can't. How does that feel? You can't move it, it's stuck. It's a peculiar feeling, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable, does it? You probably don't even feel hypnotized, do you? You can't lift it up. In a moment, I'm going to touch you on both knees, and both of your feet will be able to move. You'll be completely relaxed, but your eyes will be closed. Nod your head if you understand. All feeling returns to your feet, there and then. All feeling returns to your feet, there and then. Fantastic. Well done. Give them a round of applause, guys. We have one more person left. One more act of physical phenomenon left. I'm only talking to you if I touch you on the right shoulder. I'm only talking to you if I touch you on the right shoulder. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take one hand and have it up. That's right. What I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to put this mic down and I'm going to speak very, very loudly so everyone can hear. Imagine on this hand here right now that I'm going to put all the heaviest books in the world, all the Encyclopedia Britannia on that hand. So that hand is going to get heavier and heavier all by itself. But on this hand, I'm going to tie 100 balloons around your wrist. So this hand and arm gets higher and higher and higher. this hand gets higher and higher and higher all by itself. Let it be an honest, unconscious movement as this hand gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And now that hand, as it goes higher and higher and higher all by itself, this hand gets heavier and heavier. And the heavier that this hand gets and the higher that this hand gets, the better you can feel. And the better you can feel, the more sounds you can make. And the more sounds you can make, the better you can feel. The better shape you can get in the feel. Like that's right. It's almost there. When that hand all by itself goes all the way in the air and those fingers are pointing all the way in the air, that's right. You're going to keep your hand there. Because in a moment I'm going to click my fingers. When I click my fingers, you're going to allow this hand to drop down completely, but not just yet. And you're going to be completely relaxed. Nod your head if you understand. That's right. 3, 2, 1, and hand drops down. That's right. Completely relaxed. Give these guys a round of applause. Fantastic. In a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And when the count reaches 5, you will be fully immersed back in this room, but there will be changes. You will feel amazing. In fact, tonight you'll sleep. You'll have the most wonderful sleep you've had in a while. And I know that each of you up on the stage has had something you've been working on, something that maybe other people have been aware of, maybe they haven't been, but something that you know you've been working on, something that you've wanted to fix inside. It could be something small, something big, but you're going to find that challenge, whatever it was, gets easier and easier as you sleep tonight, and your unconscious mind makes all the connections it needs to make. So when you wake up tomorrow, you feel incredible, ready to take on the world and own it. 1, becoming aware of your fingertips and toes, shaking your fingertips and toes, allowing full circulation to return to your entire body. Good. 2, taking a nice big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 3, imagine as if every nerve, muscle, cell and fiber in your body was bathed clean in beautiful, clean spring water. 4, now just ready to open your eyes, but not just yet. And 5, open your eyes and feeling amazing. Give these guys a round of applause, guys. Thank you.
Chicken!
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Oh, I feel me. Thank you so
Feel
much.
amazing. You're already seeing on tonight.
Guys, if you liked this tonight, my name was Dr. Luke. If you did not like this tonight, my name was Paul McKenna. Have a fantastic night.